have a genuine question, guys. A very, very genuine question. So, what has African savior Sophie Chandauka done for her home country, Zimbabwe, where there's a lot of need? Why is she running around pretending to know more about the needs of the Lesotho communities than the communities do? Also, why is she fighting to take control of a charity that is not hers to begin with, that she did not found this charity, and she has no shame that the patrons of this charity stepped down. She has no shame whatsoever that despite this patrons stepping forward down, she kept saying, oh, the charity will go on with or without Prince Harry and Cecil. And that also makes me wonder, this is a woman who claims is educated, right? And blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Why can you not open your own charity? Why are you fighting so hard to take a charity that is not yours? Mind you, this is a volunteer position. You are not paid. But then again, right, you demanded to be paid for a volunteer position. And Harry and the board and Prince Cecil, having kind hearts, decided to compensate you $150,000, which you turned down and demanded $2,000 a day. Mind you, that is supposed to be a volunteer position. You claim they created a toxic environment that was bullying and harassment at large scale, but yet you are still fighting to be in such an environment. Sophie is the first person who I've seen or I've ever met. No, I've not met her in person, but I've seen that claims she's being bullied, there's harassment, yet still wants to be in that position. And that can only mean two things. She's not there for the right reasons. And one is because she's seen the money. She's there because of the money. She saw that this charity brings in a lot of money. This is money, money, money. So hell no, I'm not going to go away. What do you mean I have to step down? There's so much money and I'm in charge of this. Oh hell no, I'm not stepping down. Two, the only goal is to ruin Harry and things he is passionate about, and that stems from his brother William. I mean, we have Ian Rawlinson, his henchman, who has been part of Chandauka. We didn't even know that. He's been going to Chandauka meetings. He was paid as a consultant, mind you, a lot of money. And then later, a few days later, he was hired as a trustee. That speaks volume, and that is raising eyebrows. So I figured here, I think these are Sophie's strategies. So first was to isolate Prince Harry from the other prince, that is Prince Cecil. And that's why with this whole PR campaign, she's been attacking Harry. Harry is the face of the charity at the end of the day. Don't get me wrong. I understand that. I can see that. But you might think it's only Harry who stepped down. You have Prince Cecil who resigned as well, and the trustees. A lot of people resigned but her media campaign has always been Harry, because she knew the media will eat that up. And then the second thing was, the PR shifted, right, to praising Prince Harry and criticizing Meghan. She brought Meghan into a mess that she's not even involved with, but she knew if I just mention Meghan, they are going to drag her, they are going to eat her up, it's going to take the attention, the focus on me and solely on Meghan, because it's easy to hate on Meghan, it's easy to jump on Meghan, and it's the UK media. So that the fact that she brought Meghan into this mess, that speaks volume. She knew the people, the media, the press likes, harassing, abusing, and saying awful things about her. So that was the second thing to use. And then inability to use the energy to start a charity for Zimbabwe. Mind you, it needs that. That's something I cannot understand. A lot of people, a lot of the netizens have been wondering, why can she not just start her own charity? Why is she fighting for a charity that's not hers? She can start a charity and champion climate change, as she claims, or things, wealth inequality, all these things that she's been talking about, and leave the Center Valley for Prince Cecil, Prince Harry to continue their work with the vulnerable kids, people living with HIV and AIDS. That is it. Focus, open another one. That is something I'm yet to Understand? Also, she claimed Harry tried to force a failure of the charity he founded. Now, let's debunk more of that lies. Why would Harry ruin a charity that he's worked so hard, brought in a lot of money, only for him to destroy it when there are kids involved, people who are benefiting from that. So, now let's debunk her lies because it keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse, right? So, before this saga, the Centre Valley Discourse saga started, her Wikipedia page said something else. And immediately it continued, something else just kept going on. It's like she rushed to change her page. So when you look at 26 March, that was before I think the Centre Valley Disco started. It says something different. And I'm going to insert a picture so you guys see. And then later on, when this saga kept going on and people are calling her out, she changed her Wikipedia page. And you're going to find out in a minute. So before this, she said, before the saga, it said, her Wikipedia page said, since qualification, Chandauka has worked on a number of high-profile transactions, including the attempted hostile takeover of the London Stock Exchange Groups by Macquarie Group, the acquisition of the Body Shop by L'Oreal and Nike Inc., acquisition of Umbro, and the initial public offering PO of Ferra Expo as the first Ukrainian company to be listed on the London Stock Exchange market. So you get what I'm saying? That is what it said. So she has a history of hostile takeovers. Now, later on, it changed and it was added. Here's what she said. Vulnerable children and young people in Lesotho, particularly those who have been orphaned as a result of HIV/AIDS. In 2025, Prince Harry and Prince Siso resigned as patrons of the charity Centre Valley following Chandauka's own refusal to resign the chair. It's really, really crazy, right? Because why did you erase the fact that you have a history of hostile takeovers? I'm going to insert a page so you see. I cannot read the entire Wikipedia, so you see the differences before and after. And the netizens, when it comes to investigation, the Sussex squad, oh, you guys are good. You guys are legitimately really good because she's been erasing things. First, she deleted her social media and claimed bullying from the Sussex squad. I mean, she could not walk a while. So now you know how Meghan and Harry feel. And they have had to endure this for years. You endured it for a tiny bit. And you came running that, oh, they are bullying, they are harassing you. Crazy, right? Crazy, crazy work. And it's also like the slickness to this entire change. It's very suspicious. There's a whiff about this whole Centre Valley debacle. Because what do you mean you changed? So this is clearly someone who has a history of hostile takeovers. And that's what she's done with Centre Valley. She took Centre Valley as it was a hostile takeover. And that's why she's fighting to keep it. Mind you, it's not even hers to begin with. So in other words, she's hiding the fact that she is a corporate vulture that encourages the takeover of successful organizations by unscrupulous people. That is it. That is who she is. And listen, let's not change. Let's call this what it is. Let's just call it what it is. Because when you go to extreme lengths to change a charity, literally change a charity that's not even yours to begin with. Why are you fighting so hard, Sophie? Why are you fighting so hard? Because that's the point. This is not something you're paid for. It's not your company. So why are you there? Why are you fighting to keep it? And another thing, and this is where I'll comment. So Sophie says that Sophie says both her parents work. No, she claimed her parents are third largest donors of Centre Valley. Mind you, her parents are retired teachers in Zimbabwe. Don't get me wrong, that's not a bad thing. But not to be rude, I don't think retired teachers from Zimbabwe earn a lot of money. Because she claimed, she was very vocal about her family being the third largest donor to Centre Valley charity. And it just sounds dodgy because she's obviously the one feeding through the info about her family being the third largest donor, as if that entitles her to make an authorized expenditure. Just because they, let's say they are the third largest donors, does not authorize you to be, you know, what do you call it? To just expend money the way you want because they're the ones who are contributing money. And it's raising, there's so many inconsistencies in a story because teachers in Zimbabwe, sorry, with this economy, they're not paid a lot of money. They're not paid a lot of money, and I'm not rude. It's just a fact. So there's so inconsistencies. I don't understand how they're the largest donors to this organization. That's what I want to understand. It just does not make sense to me. Or maybe I'm, yeah, help me understand. How are they the third largest donors? And also, the brother was hired as a consultant for Center Valley and he was paid. So was that money diverted back as donations or what? Which I highly doubt. Because she took funds, the 400K paid the brother as consultation. And you want us to believe your family is the largest donor of Center Valley? That is something, that's fishy. There's some fishy slickness to that I don't like, and it's raising my eyebrows. It's raising my eyebrows. Do you guys believe that? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm Emerald, and I will see you with more exclusive news and updates. Bye.